I've got some legitimate good news in regards to Ripple. Possible usage of XRP. We've also got a story regarding Link. Adding more to the circulating supply. Dumping on the market. Also going to talk price action at the end. And if you stay to the end, I promise you, there's going to be 2 videos that pop up on the screen. You're going to want to watch both of them. And I know some of you out there are like, bro, you're just trolling. No, I legitimately have good news for Ripple. Autistic Penguin says, I don't like this guy. He's talking about me. But you know what? I watch him because I respect him. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. He doesn't block people, and he just tells people what's going down. Only watching people that tell you what you want to hear is dangerous. Yeah, I noticed that a lot in the comments, too, where people want the echo chamber. You don't want that. You want people around you that are going to tell you straight to your face, dude, you are making a mistake. You want people around you that are going to get your back. They're going to let you know if you're doing stuff wrong, but they're also going to help you out, right? They're not just going to screw you over. And I think that that's the whole problem with the echo chamber. See, the echo chamber only works if you keep saying the same crap, right? So that's scary because that narrative means you don't grow, you don't expand, you don't see other ideas, other thoughts. Here's another one. White Lotus, if you're watching, you better like super chat me for this one, because you know what? And yeah, and all the haters out there and people say that don't do good news, y'all better be like super chatting the hell out of this, because this is a good news video. White Lotus says, Klaus, you loving the little bit of fame you have had out of bashing XRP. The reason the price is down is because a trend has started of everyone bashing XRP like you. Plus 90% of people in crypto have no clue and follow like sheep and can't believe your luck, more followers. Okay, hold on. Okay. So essentially what he's saying is that the reason the price is down is because a trend has started because of everyone bashing. It's people like me. So somehow I control the price or have an influence on price. That's crazy. No, I'm a news channel. When news is good, I bring it. When news is bad, I bring it. But I'm going to keep reading. But as soon as XRP ends this lawsuit and the price starts to move, you will soon jump on the train and turn into the XRP fanboy again. If the news is good, I will report the good news. That doesn't make me a fanboy. Just like me ripping on it doesn't make me like the biggest hater in the world. If news is bad, it's there. If news is good, it's there. And seriously, today's is good news. And turn into the XP fanboy again. And I will be there to say, look at you now being a good little fanboy, haha. Read my comment out loud, don't be scared. It's all love, Klaus. And no, and that's what I'm saying, like, I don't live in an echo chamber in here. I bring the news, good or bad. I have probably one of the most hated channels out there on YouTube in crypto. Because I'm not trying to, like, shill you on stuff. There's no, like, oh, join my $100 course. You want to be part of my advertising? Like, you're not the product for me. You know, it's crazy. I get it. Haters, like, you might hate because I don't tout your message, but I tout the message that's happening right now. Bitcoin sitting at 43,153, making another move. Are you thinking Bitcoin has got more steam in it? ETH 2308, BNB at 301, Sol the hundo nearing 9784. XSP going to talk about quite a bit today. Like I said, good news. Hold on. I'll tease you just a tip. Ripple payments set to introduce into the what? United. What? Okay, we'll get there. XRP sitting at 52.2. XLM 11.1.111. All right, we're going to talk about Link as well because a lot of people have been looking at Link. Link's making a move. Link's sitting right at 18. First, though, we're going to talk about a big... Oh, I don't even have my camera on. So, you know, I've been doing this whole video with no fucking camera on. Hold on. Let me pause it real quick and we'll put the camera on. Well, there I am. Holy shit, Batman. Did I just add context to the video? See, I make mistakes too. Like, I'm totally humble about this whole thing. But Evergrande. Oh, bankruptcy. Oh, what the collapse of a company owing $300 billion means for the world. The property developer's demise looks like a controlled collapse. The writing was on the wall long ago, and few in the market are surprised by the situation. Yeah, we knew it was happening. However, it raises systemic risk at the margin. If nothing else, will expose some ugly haircuts on their assets and businesses pulled apart. So essentially what you're going to be seeing is the ripple effect of Evergrande. Now, there's a big difference when you have something just like implode live or something that goes through bankruptcy, okay? When something like just completely just like dies on you. Rather, this was a bit more, I don't want to say staged, planned maybe is the best way to put it. Throttled is the best adjective. So when they're going through Evergrande, they're not just going to flush everything all at once. Just like when they, liquidated assets for these crypto bankruptcies, they're not flushing them all at once. They're being strategic with it. Rather than something, like I said, that just zeroes out right away, like, like a stock or a crypto or a rug pull or something like that. That'd be rough. So Evergrande, yeah, I think it's going to be used as a negative buzzword here. There will be some issues, right? You will see quite a bit of real estate tied investments taking a haircut. How big of a haircut? I don't know. I mean, we're less affected, right? You're gonna see that area. You're gonna see Thailand. You're gonna see Cambodia. You're gonna see that whole zone over there get heavily infected because it's gonna be based with tourist development, because it's real estate development coming big time from China, and that's also where a lot of the tourists come from is China. So if you have a massive bankruptcy within your country, there's gonna be a lot less money flowing into your country, especially if it's tied into like a whole bunch of stuff, right? Investments. It's like the house of cards collapses. So you've got like this Chinese effect, and it's gonna hit that Asian area more. And seriously, like your tourist countries like Thailand and so forth. And this is like a legit informational video, guys. Like we're getting to good stuff here. But your Thailands and so forth that are very very heavily dependent upon tourist money and stuff like that and cash flow. It's just gonna be another rip to them. Will we see effects here in the Western Hemisphere, Europe? Yeah, I think it's gonna be minimal. I think it's gonna be throttled. Okay. Chainlink unlocks 314 million worth of Link tokens. Will price drop? Now, everyone thinks like it's a bad story. Like, oh, bro, why are you doing stories on Ripple dumping on the market and how long it'll take to burn? Because that's the math and that's the truth. Remember, I bring the news whether it's good or bad. Link dumps on the market too. Chainlink, the world's 11th crypto currency by market cap, reached its 22-month high, hitting $18 for the first time since April 3rd of 2023. It has also been observed that 19 million Link tokens worth around 341 were unlocked from 3 non-circulating supply contracts covering everyone's. So essentially, right, adding to circulating supply, like it's got to get into the circulating supply somehow. I think where people are getting upset with is if they think it's going to the circulating supply and is it benefiting the holder, right? Like if you're a Link holder and you're like, okay, they're adding to the circulating supply, but the money is being used well, we could see good results, they're not rubbing it in our faces, they're making good decisions, cool, right? And there's others out there that are going to sit there and go, you know what, they're adding to the circulating supply and I don't see what we're getting for it. You're just dumping on us, but we're not getting stuff. So I think it's not about dumping onto the market, because you need to get it in the circulating supply somehow, right? Like it just mathematically has to happen. It's just how the money is being used. So use that story as kind of like a lesson where how does it get in the circulating supply? It's got to get added somehow, right? Someone got it via primary sale. You know what I mean? Like it has to transfer. It just doesn't magically jump from one zone to the other and no monetary things happen. It doesn't work that way. Okay, now you've got my interest. And y'all know I would be big IPO Ripple guy. You guys know that, right? And gals know that. Listen to this. Ripple payments to go live in the US amid SEC battle and hack fiasco. First of all, the hack fiasco, I have said it since day one, was private wallets of Larson's. Again, were any of the haters out there going, bro, you told the truth, bro, no, I told you even in that video, that content creators out there that are using you for views are going to use the whole Ripple was hacked. And I stood from the beginning and said, ha ha ha, that'd be a funny joke if I did that, but I didn't. I bring the news whether it's good or bad. This is good news. Ripple payments set to introduce product upgrades. In a strategic move, Ripple has decided to break its 3-year silence in the U.S., according to a post by LinkedIn by Oliver Segovia, head of product marketing at Ripple, announcing they're set to unveil a series of product updates. These upgrades would be powered by their extensive money transmitter licenses and would target the majority of the United States. Now, this is extremely big because, again, we're talking Ripple IPO here. Will this help out XRP? If they use XRP as a matter of, juice in the game, that'd be kind of cool. They don't have to. This is Ripple as a payment company. Remember, they do ACH stuff as well. Money transmitter licenses. I mean, I'm just saying, it's obvious, it's right there. So if you're a Ripple IPO person, you're looking at this going, look, can they get the IPO launched as soon as the case is done? And we're just doing the penalty of primary sales, right? And that's going to be done here in the next couple months. Can we get an IPO launched before a whole bunch more stuff comes out? Otherwise, that IPO is going to be crazy expensive when it gets to public. For real, you got to watch for that. So this is great news because now they're targeting the United States. Why is it great news? Despite 90% of Ripple's business thriving internationally, this bold initiative marks a notable return to the U.S. market for Ripple payments, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if a huge chunk of their business, okay, if their success is really good, like Ripple is a business, and that's based without doing really much in the United States, and we know the United States has got a lot of money. You could love the United States, you could hate the United States, you could tell the United States to go F off. I tell the United States government to go F off quite often, to be honest with you. I do it on live streams, and I do it in videos, and I share it with you. The United States government is a waste of money. See? Adding to the circulating supply, but not worth a shit. United States government. Boom. Klaus just dunked on him. Dude, like, I went like this. I went like Shaq, just total, just dragging it across him, and just bam, postered that son of a bitch. So, I hope you guys caught that. We're watching. So, if they're doing good without the United States' money, what would happen if they were doing good with the United States money? See what I mean? Like, that's a big catalyst right there. I think like that's, if you're an IPO fan for Ripple, I think that this is something that you need to kind of keep your tabs on. The more news that comes out pre-public IPO launch, and I'm not talking about you buying it from somewhere where you really don't own it, right? They're like renting out, their shares. I'm talking about when it goes launched to the public, man, you just got to be very careful that just a whole bunch of stuff doesn't build up and it just pops it up in the beginning, drops down, and then kind of levels out. Because of the people that are getting into this now, like private sale-wise, they're getting into this before a lot of the stuff is actually happening. And remember, it doesn't matter what's happening with the SEC. It does not matter what's happening with anything else. Ripple has a very extensive ACH system, money transmitter licenses, right? And they've got a lot of ways they can move money without the use of XRP. So again, if you can circumnavigate the SEC and, saying, hey, the SEC wants to tackle XRP, that's fine. Okay, cool. We've got other tools over here. That's where that Ripple IPO, when it goes public, you gotta be paying attention now what prices are, okay, for private, and start seeing what that trend looks like compared to the news that's out there. XRP price action. All right, good news here is that we're holding above 50 cents. It's soft volume. I mean, you could see it here at the bottom of the screen. It is very soft volume. Volume over the last 2 days, 6.43 billion, 6.29. To give you an idea of what it's looked like previously, 8.63, 9.69, 12.57. Here's a 6, 8. So, yeah, kind of a little lull in volume here. I mean, it's, it's going to be the weekend, right? I mean, we know Saturdays and Sundays, it's pretty quiet, right? Even though the crypto market trades 24/7, it does kind of quiet down during the weekend hours. So we kind of have like a weird trade fi feel in the crypto markets. Chart-wise, price-wise, XRP, I think you're going to have some problems here because every time we keep falling sub 60 and every time we keep, touching that 50 cent mark, there's a lot of people trying to keep that price up, right? There's a definite vested interest to keep that price up. And that's a lot of resources. That's a lot of financial resources used. And you saw here in the August mark, right? Tail end of August, we started going into the sub 50 cent mark. So we went tail end of August to pretty much October, and then the ETF action happened. So, I mean, we had about 2 months of sub 50 cent action. I mean, we've been touching it and playing it here since the 21st. I mean, and it's just, it is what it is. It's been soft. It has been soft. I talked this story about Link earlier. Link has been seeing a huge pump, right? But they're also dumping tokens on the market. Like, it still has to get on the market. So when you see that narrative of Ripple dumping on XRP, it's not that they're dumping coins on the market. You got to get them into circulation, right? No one's pissed about that. It's, are you getting your money's worth? And that's the big story here. So the good news is I like this right here. I like this when I zoom into the 3-month chart. I like looking at, you know what, seem to have hit the bottom, right? January 31st on the 3-month and kind of, you know, moving on up from there. I like that. I like that. You know, that's a, but we got to make sure we break 55. And then once we break 55, it's we got to look for, okay, what's the oomph that gets us to 60? The thing that scares me, right, is that you're seeing other players in the market make it. And that's where this is the 1 month I got right now. And okay, 1 month Bitcoin 43 ETF news probably over, right? I mean, can we all agree like the BTC ETF, like that's done, right? That's dead. Like there's no more play left in that, you know? So when you look at the broader market, there's a lot of people down. Now, again, right, we talked about Link. Look, Link up 26 in that month. TRX. And TRX, just being honest with you, I wouldn't touch with the 10-foot pole. It just has to do with Justin Sun. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a weird one. But I mean, you see ADA down big, Near is down big. That's BSV, obviously. HBAR too. I mean, like, look at this, HBAR fans. 6.8. You're down 22% in the month. XMR, by the way, up good, 8.7. So the market's all over the place. All over. You've got some winners. You got some losers. You got BTC hanging out here at pretty much dead even over the last month. So, I mean, you're seeing for just in this short-term month time, you're seeing like some definite decouplings. As Bitcoin has gone even this month, other things are going every which one way in there. So now for real, I'm chewing ice. Is that rude? Now for real, girlfriend. Tell me that was not some good news. The Ripple IPO thing. Y'all want to talk about that more? Because I think there'd be a lot of you out there that are looking for that Ripple IPO and thinking, there could be some goodness, and I'm with you. I think there can be. We just got to be careful with how much gets built up before it gets released to the public. Because I know a lot of you out there aren't going to buy through a company. You're going to want to own the stuff yourselves. Custody, right? You would want custody of it yourself, right? Kind of like with crypto. I mean, right. See what I'm saying? Market dynamics as a whole, rates are going to stay higher for longer. But literally before I went on to do this video, I was reading real estate stuff and some of the projections there. Rent projections. And rent projections are very interesting. You have some zones that are crazy, just inferno hot. The majority of them still being crazy hot. But some of them starting to cool off, right? You're starting to see some breaks in some of them. Supply-based, right? There's a lot more supply. Why? Because homes, there's not many on the market. So it all just depends on that. Housing still being the big problem. Interest rates are going to be a problem. They're going to be high for a while, right? I mean, let's be real here. You're going to see high interest rates at least the next 2 years. I mean, the Fed across the world just jacked them up. We talked about the Bank of England for all my UK fans out there. We talked about the Bank of England and their rates, and their rates went crazy up there, right? Your guys is going to stay up for a few years. European fans that are watching EU, you know your rates are going to be up there, and y'all are fighting inflation way hard right now too. Canadian friends, right? Rev out there, giving y'all shout outs in this one. Rev out there, dude, same thing. You guys are just battling inflation. So yeah, Canadian friends, y'all are getting it pretty tough too. So we're still not monetarily there. In terms of regs, and like I said, I'm gonna have 2 videos at the end of this. They're totally worth it. In terms of regs, it's a joke. Nothing's getting done. I mean, you've got potential, or not potential, you have election-based stuff going on in the UK. The system, Ben explained it to me. I don't want to say it because I'm going to probably say it wrong, but it was very interesting how like the situation would be with, you could have big UK elections this year. United States has their big election. Of course, comment down below if your country's having a big election this year in 2024. So you know regs aren't going to get done there. Yeah, I mean, that's the market roundup. On a more serious note, I am going to work out now. I've got 2 workouts scheduled today because we are 6 weeks out from last man standing. And I plan to be the last man standing. Nee, you better hold up. You better hold up. Now, at the beginning of the video, I said there's going to be 2 videos that you should watch. Those videos are very, very funny. They're not serious like this. I hope you get a good laugh out of them. I'll catch you all later. I got to go train.